Hi guys, this video is highly requested, so I wanted to share with you how I make my planner stickers for my planner. So what I do is I open up a Word document. Now I am using Windows 7 operating system, so I'll try to speak to Windows 7 and Windows 10, but I really don't know anything about the MacBook. So what I'm doing here is I'm setting my margins. Margins is under page layout, and I'm going to select the 0.5 because we want as much of the paper to print on as possible. So by setting the smallest margin allows us more room to print on. The next thing we're going to do is go to the Insert tab, and we're going to start building our table. So this is essentially where you're going to make your little boxes to put your pictures into, and that's how I cut out my little boxes and put them in my planner. So this is for the Happy Planner, and because of that I am making this specifically sized for the Happy Planner. So for the Happy Planner to fit all on one printer page is a 4x5 boxes. So I'm going to select the 4x5, but I will tell you for Erin Condren, I think it's 5x5. The next thing you want to do is you want to select and highlight your table that you just made. You want to do that because you need to be able to right click and click on table properties. This is where we're going to do all the magic and make our boxes the specific size for the Happy Planner. So please follow along very, very closely. So this first tab that's very, very important is we've got to go to the options button because we need to get rid of anything that says over 0. We need to set it all to 0, and most importantly, this box right here. You have to uncheck it because if you don't uncheck it, when you go to drag the images into your boxes, it's not going to resize it to fit into the box. So you have to uncheck that. Then we're going to go into the row column. Once you're there, you need to check the box to specify the height. Once you do that, it allows you to edit the little box, and you want to put in 2.3. And then where it says row height is, you want to select the drop down and you want to pick exactly. You don't want to hit anything. What are the options? At least. You don't want to say at least, you want it to say exactly. And then once you're there, you want to move on. Don't hit OK at the bottom just yet. Let's finish going across all of our tabs to complete the entire process before we apply all the changes. Once you're in the column section, that's where you're going to do the same kind of concept that we just did in the row, but except the size here for Happy Planner is going to be 1.5 inches. So you just want to click preferred width is 1.5 measured in inches. And in the very last tab cell, you also want to do the same thing as column. It's going to be 1.5 inches. And then once you've done that, you have to hit OK, and then it will apply all of the sizing to all of your boxes, the table that we just made, 4x5. And let's see what that looks like. So now you have your boxes that will fit perfectly in your Happy Planner. Again, 2.3 inches by 1.5 inches. Once you have that done, typically what I do is I'll save it as a template. So I'll do like a file save as, and I can keep those boxes the same measurements and all the settings the way it is. Then you want to just go wild, go free. Go to Google, search for all the images that you want to put into your boxes, and this is how I do it. I just go to Google Images. When I did my Snow White theme for my planner, I'll link that down below for you. I just found the images here, but for Snow White, actually, I didn't put her into my little boxes. I kind of free-formed her, but for like Golden Girls, I found my favorite Golden Girls images, and then I saved them to a folder. Once I save them to a folder, it's really simple from there. You just take the image from the folder and you just click on it, and you literally do a drag effect. You click on the picture that you want and you drag it over to your table and drop it into the table. And you'll see me do that here in a second. What I'm basically showing you here is all the ways that you can Google things. I've Googled Disney princesses and fashion dolls and even girly images. I mean, to your heart's desire. Google your favorite images. So once you find your images, I click on it to enlarge it, and then I do a right click on it and I save as to that folder I created. I like to put them all in a folder because then it makes it really easy later on to do that drag and drop feature. So here's my folder where I saved all my pictures, but I like to select that little button there and make them large so that I can actually see the picture and I know what I'm working with. And from there, you just drag and drop. And because of that first checkbox that I said was super important, because we unchecked it, it allows us to drag and drop and it will resize the image to your box. If you didn't check that, if you didn't uncheck it and you left it checked, then your Alice in Wonderland would cover all of those boxes that we just made. So that's how important that first checkbox is by unchecking it. So that's it. You just drag and drop, and that's it, you guys. I also wanted to share with you really quick what my printer looks like and kind of talk about my printer. I've seen some comments, people, I saw someone think that I have like a high-end printer to print the images the way that I do, but I have an HP. It is the OfficeJet 5740, and right now on Amazon, this is like 60 or 70 bucks. So yeah, it's a pretty good printer. I will say that the printer I had before was an Epson, and I thought it was a really great printer. A friend of mine had it and printed great images, but when I installed like a new round of ink, for some reason something like happened with the print headers and it just was like creating lines every time I printed something blue. So my mom actually bought me this printer. It sounds like my mom buys me everything, but I don't know, maybe she does. But she ended up getting me this printer. I think it was a Mother's Day gift, if my memory serves me correctly. And it has been so amazing. I love the print quality. I could probably honestly buy a better printer and get really amazing quality. But for just the planning that I do, this works out really great. The ink cartridges are, I mean, they're pretty comparable to other ink cartridges. Maybe they're a little bit cheaper, I'm not really sure, but I will say that I would always use the ink cartridges that are made for this, because on the Epson, when I use like an off-brand, I think that's what ended up messing it up, but I honestly don't know. I'm just assuming. So here's just the little screen. It is a little touch screen, and it's like an all-in-one. So it can copy, it can scan, it can fax. So yeah, but that is the printer I have. And that completes my tutorial on how I make my planner stickers. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you really soon for more planner videos. Yay! And I can't wait for you guys to see my February weekly spreads. They're going to be insane, at least in my head they're going to be, so we'll see how it turns out. I'll list some more videos right here for you. All you have to do is click on it and you can watch some more planner videos. Bye guys!